Hey guys, we are here on the TD Report. I'm your host, David Combs.
I'm Tony Kennedy.
Hey guys, a lot to talk about today on a Thursday. First and foremost, let's definitely talk about the historic and pretty terrible floods here in the Northeast, up the eastern seaboard, directly relating to the winds from Hurricane Ida. To our folks, our family and friends down in the Gulf Coast area, our hearts are with you. This is bad, Tony. This is bad, and
Yeah,
we're not getting the worst of it. We're just getting the wind, the rain,
went,
and the flooding.
this is really bad. And prayers out to all the families.
Yeah.
It was a 2-year-old who was killed up in New York, New Jersey area.
Oh man.
So, prayers to those folks, man. I mean, we should feel fortunate to not have gotten the brunt of all that. But
I mean, if you only had your basement flooded and you got a little water, just be thankful you're not down there in the Gulf Coast. I mean, it's bad down there, Tony.
be thankful.
Most
for
of my
what
family
what
is
you got.
Pensacola, Florida. That's right there on the Gulf Coast.
Yes, it is.
They usually get the brunt of some bad storms down there. But
Yep.
again, our hearts and thoughts and prayers are with people. If you've lost folks, get in touch with people. If you haven't heard from somebody down there, give them a call. Make sure, hey, bro, you good?
Yep.
Call your family, call your friends. Make sure everyone's all right.
Check on your family and friends.
Yeah, and we appreciate to be able to have this forum on YouTube to be able to bring that to folks.
Yep.
But we are going to talk a little sports today. We were off on Tuesday this week, but you did a live yesterday talking about Cam Newton. Tony, recap that for us. What are your thoughts on that? And I'll give you my take.
Well, you have to understand the Patriots. The Patriots leaked a story last week that Cam missed a test. That could have been pushed under the rug. The Patriots usually don't leak stuff unless they want you to really know stuff. And that was a chess move to put this onto Cam
Okay.
to kind of show that he's probably not reliable. He's not a team player. He's not this or not that. But listen, folks, I'm a big Cam Newton fan. He's an Under Armour. You see all this Under Armour stuff I got. But when the business is telling you that, hey, folks, you probably need to be vaccinated so that we don't get into this late on in the season. We don't have a whole quarterback room out so we can't have any games or we have to forfeit a game or anything like that. And we just drafted a first-round pick. Man, listen, folks, your employee, that person, hey, look, if you collecting a check somewhere and if they tell you you need to be vaccinated or if they imply that you need to be vaccinated, maybe you need to rethink it or go out and start your own. I mean, Cam don't need the money, but
And that's a good point, Tony. Cam doesn't need the money. Okay, I will say this: over a career that Cam has had, Cam has made a lot of money.
yes, he has.
He has been generous with his money.
Yes,
Gives
he
a lot
has.
of time to young folks. He's done a lot for Under Armour
Yep.
as far as representing their brand. Shout out to Kevin Plant. He's been representing the brand well. Now, he's paid his dues.
Yes, he has.
Is he's made that decision at this point. Now, if this is a rookie, hotshot quarterback, first round pick that decides, hey, I'm not going to get vaccinated. Hey, bro, this is your job interview. Yeah, you were first round pick, second round pick, whatever. The first 3 or 4 years in the league as a quarterback, that's your job interview. That's them deciding, you know what, we're going to put more money into this guy.
Yep.
Right? Cam has gone past that stage. He is a veteran quarterback. He is a grown man, family man. He can make up his own decision. He can make his own decision. Now, you're an adult. I'm an adult. Cody is an adult. You make decisions. If things don't work out, you have to deal with consequences. My son and I just talked about it. He's 16 years old. I said, you can make the choices, son.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to live with the consequences. Right?
Yes, you will.
I just had the big talk with him about driving a car. I said, you make bad decisions in a car, the consequences could be you kill somebody or you kill yourself.
Yes.
Right? This issue with the vaccinations, okay? People are making these decisions, and I don't think that they're making proper decisions based on the science that we know right now. Now, we are all men and women of a certain age. All of us to go to a public school or most private schools are vaccinated. You didn't have a choice.
No.
What did you get? Rubella, German measles, mumps. I mean, you can go down the list of what you were getting. Now, these shots that we were taking is a cocktail, right?
Mhm.
You weren't getting 20 or 30 different shots for 20 or 30 different diseases. You were literally getting one or two shots that covered something like 20 or 30 different things that you could
Mhm.
get. Because when you put all these people together in a public school or a hospital or a convention center, if you put all these people together, a little louder? Oh, a little more in the mic. I'm moving my head too much. Sorry. Sorry about that, folks. So, when you put all these people together in one place, you're responsible for everyone else. And that's the problem with the United States right now. We don't feel beholden to everybody else. You see what I'm saying? For example, I've done work with Fox TV,
Mhm.
Fox doing NFL, where I would walk in there and they would say, "What's your name again?" Because I'm a contractor. My name's David. Hey, David, we've got some food over there at the table. Just let Troy Aikman and Joe Buck get their food first. Don't mingle with the talent. I'm like, and Troy Aikman turned around. Hey, man, this guy's got to eat like everybody else. Come on over here and get yourself something to eat. Get yourself a sandwich. These are guys getting ready to do a show. They make multi-million dollars, but they're worried about the people that sit on the sideline and press buttons that make them look good up there in the booth. So we in the United States don't feel beholden to the next man. That's the problem.
That is
It's
the
my
problem.
health that I care about. Okay, I don't want
Mhm.
to take. Listen, Tony, if you don't want to take the shot, that's your decision to make, and I'm cool with that. But if I have to sit next to you and do the show, I have to make a decision. I've got a family at home,
Yes.
right? My son going into school, he goes to a private school. Some of those kids in there will not be vaccinated, so they're going to make it mask optional. So my son being vaccinated has to now measure his own risk at age 16 around kids that may or may not be vaccinated, and he won't know who's vaccinated and who isn't. So I've told him, I said, listen, you're going to have to make up your own mind on that because I can't be there with you all day at school. If
Mhm.
you want to wear that mask, go on and wear it. If you don't and you get sick, mom and I are going to have to deal with those consequences because we're
Yes.
responsible for you. So, long story short, everyone, Cam had to make his own decision, okay? And as much as I am a fan of Cam Newton, I appreciate what he does. I think he's a good quarterback. Could have been even better. Certain situations work out as a quarterback, certain situations don't.
Mhm.
But the symbolism of what Cam Newton means. Cam Newton coming out of college as a physical specimen.
Yes,
Had
he
we ever
was.
seen a quarterback quite like that at that size?
No.
That he was able to do physically on the football field. Um, he literally looked like a tank. I've never seen a quarterback look like that.
Hey, Cam was the
Next
man.
next to Air McNair. I mean that's about. But Air McNair
Man
wasn't
wasn't as
6'5",
big. No.
6'5", 6'6".
No, it wasn't as big.
Well, you were at that Under Armour dinner a few years ago, and you took pictures with Cam.
Yes, he's huge.
He makes you look like a little dude, and you are
Yes.
not. At my house, we call you Big Tony,
Yep.
right? He makes you look like a little dude.
Yeah.
He was standing with you and Liz, right?
Yep.
Dressed like Cowboy Troy. I
Yeah,
remember that.
he had that rat tail hat. That
And the big belt buckle.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
built, but because that's the theme at the Under Armour party when we were
Okay.
at. Yeah, it's always country western theme for that.
Cam had to make his own call, and at his stage in his career, he's not. I won't say on the downside, but he's got more of his career behind him than he has ahead of him. Okay, I don't know how long Cam wants to play. Cam's made a lot of money. He ain't gonna walk away from this game broke. He ain't gonna walk away crippled.
Nope.
He gonna walk away and be able to go back into the community, do a lot of great things with a lot of money that he's made, and more power to him. Is he gonna get a Super Bowl? Probably not. Does that make me think any less of him? No. I did want him to get the vaccine. I wanted to see him succeed in New England in a different situation than what he was in when he was in Carolina. I did want to see him get another shot to start.
And to all the people who keep bringing up stuff, you have to understand, Bill Belichick's greatest quarterback ever was Brady, and he never played Brady his rookie year.
He
Do
didn't
you
have to,
think-
but he didn't have to.
He didn't have to. He had Drew Bledsoe.
Bledsoe.
But do you think he really wanted to play Mac Jones right now? No, he didn't. He wanted to make sure that this kid is developed and getting ready so he can go through this stuff. Bill Belichick, listen, Bill
He's
Belichick
very
wasn't
old
gonna have
school.
you
He's
there.
very old
He's
school.
not gonna have you on his team just to have you on his team.
Well, you're not going to use that type of draft capital.
No.
Now, I think what New England felt is, and New England, well, let's call it what it is. That's Bill Belichick making that call.
Yes.
Okay, so we could say New England. We really mean Bill.
Bill.
Bill sat and looked at what they had in draft capital, looked at where they were drafting, and said to themselves, okay, we've got Cam Newton on a 1 or 2 year deal, whatever, but we have the leverage. If we want to pull the ripcord and get him out of here, we can. It won't kill our cap.
Nope.
We didn't give him a $50 million deal, $30 million deal. But if we see a quarterback there that we want, we're going to take him. This is not a normal Patriot thing to do.
No.
Okay? That's not the business they're in.
Nope.
And Bill decided, you've spent all this money in free agency, spent a whole bunch of cash in free agency, upgraded the roster, got younger in some key spots.
But you remember they had 8 players that sat out last year.
They had 8 players that sat out. I think Bill feels like this is a time for him to prove. Well, don't forget what else happened last year. Tom Brady hoisting that Lombardi.
Yeah,
Now that made Bill even more hungry.
Yes,
and
he did.
you know, Tom has thrown some subtle shots here and there. You've got Asante Samuel saying some things like, without Tom Brady, who is he? This is an interesting thing because when Tom Brady got to Tampa Bay, what were people saying? He's nothing without Belichick.
That's what they said.
This is when Michael Jordan retired and Scottie Pippen was on the Bulls. You're nothing without Mike. Scottie. You're nothing without Mike.
And Scotty went and played with Houston, or who did he go to? Portland.
Portland. They almost
And they couldn't beat the Lakers.
They couldn't beat Kobe and Shaq.
No.
Kobe got him. Kobe got him in the end.
Got
But
him.
we've heard this before in sports, where a duo or a couple of guys together on a team. Who else in hockey? Messier and Gretzky.
Gretzky.
You're nothing without Gretzky. Well, what did Messier do? He went to New York and hoisted a cup.
You sure did.
Okay, so we can debate this all day, but I think this is a really great storyline for the NFL this year.
And they play in the 3rd or 4th weekend.
4th week or something like that. Is that right, Cody?
Ooh-wee.
4th week. New England and Tampa.
New England and Tampa is 3rd or 4th
3rd
week.
or 4th week.
Oh.
Get your popcorn ready.
Get
Son,
your popcorn
I'ma
ready
be
for
there.
that, baby.
Hey man, this,
Coach, what's up, buddy?
My job on this show is to kind of be the even, Week 4.
Week 4.
Hey, mark that on the calendar.
But you know, NFL smart. They put the hype team in Dallas.
Get them ratings
versus
up.
Tampa.
Get them ratings up.
Them ratings are gonna be through the roof next Thursday night.
You know how much money is coming in on Dallas? A bunch. People putting them Cowboy fans is gonna move that number.
Yeah, we're a week from the game next Thursday night.
Next Thursday night, but that number is going to move.
I am live on my on my
This is
personal
personal.
thing.
You know,
Yep.
Tony, my job on this show, everyone, on the TD Report today, hey, definitely hit that subscribe button. My job on the show is to be the even keel guy, right? I'm supposed to put up the jokes, and you're supposed to knock them down. You know, you're the athlete. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm really geeked for this football season.
Oh,
Because I went a year literally, and all I did was broadcast games on here, recap games, but I didn't get to watch a lot. Didn't really get to, but this year, that's different. We can definitely step aside for a second.
step aside. We stepping aside. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. We're good. We'll
Hey,
be right back. We'll be
we'll
right
be right
back.
back,
YouTube.
folks.
We'll be right back.